I've been looking forward to sharing this story this morning. We're going to go over to the East Bay. The Newark Police Department is breaking through barriers when it comes to staffing. They're highlighting why having women on the force is essential at a time when law enforcement agencies around the country thrive to build trust with communities. We got an inside look.
It's a badge.
Do you want to wear it? So cool.
I don't think I seeked out law enforcement, but I think it found me.
Captain Jolie Macias is one of the women making the Newark Police Department one of the most diverse in the country. She's been serving for 18 years. The woman leading the department, Police Chief Gina Anderson. She and Macias share similar reasons for getting into law enforcement. Anderson says this has a purpose. Every day, she can go out and serve a community.
Bye.
One person every day for, the better part of 30 years, if I could make those kinds of improvements for people, I felt that was a purpose for me.
But her path hasn't come without obstacles.
There was a stereotype of a person that was capable of being a police officer, generally larger men.
So she worked even harder.
So it was a matter of ensuring that I wasn't just meeting the minimum standard, but I was excelling beyond half of them.
Because at the end of the day, she believes this.
If a young woman wants to be a police officer and is willing to put in the work to do it, they can accomplish anything they want to accomplish.
According to the 30 by 30 initiative, women make up only 12% of sworn officers and 3% of police leadership in the U.S. The goal of the initiative is for 30% of recruits to be women by 2030.
My goal for Newark Police Department is to have a 50-50 representation. That's what the general population is here that we serve. Why not have our staff be of that same percentage representation?
Representation is a big part of it, and so is building trust with the community. According to the 30 by 30 initiative, research suggests that women officers use less force.
Women have a tendency to rely on their ability to communicate and de-escalate, as opposed to immediately going to use of force.
As of August, 15 of the 50 sworn officers within the Newark Police Department are women. That puts them at 30%. So how does a police department get more women to join its workforce?
When I first entered the profession, all the badges in my department said policeman. And so, and I remember that immediately being a trigger. Policeman, I am not a policeman. I'm a police officer. And so small changes like that.
And the Newark Police Department building is uniquely built. There's a lactation room for mothers, and the women's locker room has a wall that can be moved so that more lockers can be added.
If we get more women, we take this wall and we push it out that direction.
Building trust with the community is essential, and so is building it within your own agency. That means opening up, but for Anderson, that hasn't always been easy.
This is difficult for me to talk about. Started my law enforcement career in 1992, and at that time, it was not acceptable to be a gay person in the profession, well, really, or anywhere.
So she had a professional life and a personal life, keeping them separate. But that changed. Opening up meant building bridges.
It's incumbent upon the person in the leadership position to take that first step, to be the first person to share.
So yes, the Newark Police Department has an impressive amount of women, but it's more than that. They have powerful women, women with different backgrounds, different ethnicities, role models.
That's my goal, and for the rest of my career is to make sure that, that I'm helping others who want to be in my seat get there, and every other seat along the way.
All right, so Chief Anderson there, when we were talking to her, she was telling us, these are very qualified women. So in that locker room, you can see that they have a wall that can be pushed if more women become part of the agency. But she said she's not just going to push that wall. She's going to push it if she is hiring very qualified women who want to serve the city of Newark.
That is